Okay. Good evening. Good evening, everyone. Welcome. Okay, so how was our day?
Was okay.
Okay, yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine. I just had some little challenges here and there. I was trying to, I did all I could to make sure I don't have to cancel this class. I think the ideal situation would have been for me to cancel tonight's class. And we just try to see how we avoid that. So yes, I had a very hectic day. So let me apologize. I had a very hectic day. In short, as I'm talking to you now, I just got home not even up to 5 minutes ago and had to come and start putting up this class. So I was held in traffic and all of that. So at a point, I was not even sure if the class was going to hold, but I just felt like, okay, maybe if I push the class by 30 minutes, I should be home by then. And that was exactly the reason for that shifting of the class for another extra 30 minutes. So I just did not want to cancel the class. Okay. So that being said, we are all here and I believe we would at least learn a thing or two. Okay. So I'm just trying to wait for others to join so that we don't have too many going back to do. So at least let a reasonable number of the persons in this class join up and start. So that's just what the whole delay is about, just to see how many more people can join us before we move on. And let me also say this in advance. Today's, today's class will not be as long as our usual class because truth be told, right now, I'm already seriously exhausted. I'm just trying to make sure we at least do something. So please, I'm begging everyone. It's going to be a short class so that I too can get some rest. I'm already very tired. So please, let's just bear with me. So I just want us to do a thing or two, and then next week we'll continue. Okay.
Noted, sir.
So let me see. I think we are good to go now. Okay, at least it's a reasonable number. We are good to go now. So, okay. Uh, let me see where are we going to start today. So let me share my screen. So I want to believe everyone can see my screen. Okay. Okay. So I want to believe everyone can see my screen now. Okay. So the first thing I want us to do, uh, at least even if we don't do much, let's just do this. Yesterday, while we were trying to do the assignment, we called on a few persons to do a thing or two. around what they did, and we saw how they were able to do that. So now, today, I want us to do something. So I want to show us a very simple way of having to do this so that it doesn't have to take you so much time to do it. So I was thinking about the quantity and this thing here. Okay, let me just do this fast. So let's call this quantity. Let's call this uh, gift. Then let's call this total. Okay, let me meet everyone. And I'm already hearing crying of a baby. Okay, so I'll increase this, make it a bit big, and then put this here, and put this there. Okay, so that we don't waste too much time. I just want to show us how we can do the log without. So here was 1 to 5, then we had 6 to 10. Oh, I wish I had this already. Okay, 11 to 15, and then we had 16 to 20, then we had 21 to 25, then we had 26 to 30. Okay, and for the gift, so I'll just call this anything. Um, so let's say this is key holder, and let's say this is I can't remember what did we give here. Let's just call this face card. Let's call this mock. Let's call this t-shirt. Let's call this a blender. Let's call this item. So I think this is done. Okay. Um, okay, so let's assume we have this. Let's assume this is what we are working with. So now the okay, let's even leave this part. This is the main thing I want to show us is how to do this other part. I believe this part, almost everybody knows how to do that already. So here we say we are entering, let's copy the country, just paste it here. Let's come here. So let's paste. And let's go to remove duplicate. So now we have the unique ones there. Let's see. Okay, that's correct. So here we have all these products. Product one. This was product two. Okay. 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 So what I think who did that last presentation? I think that was Samuel. What Samuel was trying to do was lock, but now he was locking uh, based on he wanted just to be copying it this way, and then he should be working for. But how about me doing just for one, and then dragging both down and this way, and it fills everything for me. So let's say this sheets currently, I'm working on female. So that will be equals to, because we know we are using countifs. So our first criteria range, let's start from, let's just say we start from gender, comma, and then the criteria here, let's take female. So here we are working on female, criteria here, female. Then, comma, next criteria range, let's say we pick country, comma, then the criteria range here, just like we said, come here, pick the country from here, reference it from here, then comma, and then the third criteria range, we pick products, comma, and then the product here, of course, we know it's product one, products, product one. That's what we are looking for there. And then now we are done. We close this and we hit enter. Of course, if I hit enter, it's going to give me the correct answer for this. But how do I do this such that as I can double click here for it to fill down this way, I could also just go down and drag for this side and it fills everything correctly. Remember, we did mixed cell referencing, and I told us that for mixed cell referencing, this is you knowing accurately how to lock both columns and uh, row in such a way that you're showing Excel how it should move and how it shouldn't move. So I could use mixed cell referencing for this and make sure this movement moves both this way and this way to give me exactly what I want. So how do I do that? How I can do that is equals to count ifs. So now I bring my count ifs. So let's just repeat what I did. First criteria range, let's still start with this, and then let's still go with female. Then the next criteria range, let's still go with country. And then for this, we are picking the country referencing it here. And then the last one, let's go with products. And then for this, we say product one. Product one. But now, the thing is, this is just exactly what we just did. So if I want this movement to go down this way and this way, what I would need to do, so if I press enter, you can see it's correct. But what I would need to do to this formula would be, first of all, I want it moving like this. So I'll first of all make sure all these places where I picked my criteria from, they are locked down so that they don't move relatively. You saw what happened when the example Samuel did as he was moving, Excel was moving relatively, moving from C to D and from E to F and so on and so forth. So we don't want that. So what do? We lock down all of this. So let me just lock that down. Come here, lock this down. Come here, lock this down. So I've locked all of those criteria range that we selected. They have all been locked down. Then now the next thing I want is, I want a movement this way. Everything here should be moving. So here should be constant. After USA, of course, it should recognize the next country and so on. So what will I do? I'll look for where I have this country. That's A2. Come to A2, but I'm not going to lock the cell A2. Rather, I'm just going to lock column A because I just need the whole column locked down. So I'll hit my dollar sign on A. but I'll leave two open so that I don't lock the cell. So it's only the column that has been locked. So now I've done it this way. The next thing I will do is to make sure this place where I have product, because when it comes here, I don't want it still doing for product one. I want it moving and doing it for product two. And when it moves here, I want it moving and doing it for product three, and so on and so forth. So how do I solve this? So instead of typing in this product one, what I will do is I'll come here, I'll take this out, I'll take this out, and then in the place of typing product one, I'll just come to my formula here or to my table here and select product one from here. So this is what I'm looking for here. So I've selected it instead of typing it in as a value. Now I've selected my value, but now what will I do? I'll now tell Excel, please, so this product one, as you move this way, keep moving and seeing every other thing that is here. But for each place, work with what is there. So what do I do? That means I would ask Excel everything in this column one. Remember, is this column one I want constant? Just like I made sure is this row one I want constant? Just as I made sure my column A has been locked. So now I want to also make sure the row one is locked so that as it's moving, it's changing. So what do? I'll come here, look for where I have one, which is the row, and then I would lock that. You can see my B is open, but my one is locked. So now I selected my products from here, and I make sure the column where that is, the row where that is locked down, so that as it's moving, it can keep changing. So now if I hit enter on this, yes, my answer is still correct. If I go down this way, you can see it will fill for every other person under. And if I come down and drag this from here to here also, you would see that Excel will automatically also fill in every other thing for me. This is mixed cell referencing. Is moving both this way and this way, knowing what it should do per time. So let's see. At this point, if I click on the formula, you can see it is B1, which is product one that it is looking for. But if I come here and I click on the formula, have you seen that here it has changed to C1? It has moved to C1, which is where product two is. So it has automatically changed the product we are looking for from B1 to C1. And that is how we got to. And if I come here, you see that it changed to D1 and so on and so forth, E1 and so on and so forth. But the criteria range where we selected all of these remains constant. And the column where we are picking the country from, which is column A, remains constant. And then the product where we have the product, which is row one, is also constant. So it keeps changing as it's moving. So you can see how in 2 minutes, you're able to do everything you are supposed to do. Now let's see how correct this is, if maybe it's correct. So of course, if I use my sum, and let's see, of course, this was for female. So we know our female total for female is 281. So let's see how correct this is. So if I come here, I close my bracket and I hit enter. So you can see it's very correct, 281, showing me that my formula is very, very correct. No error anywhere. No error anywhere. So this is the power of mixed cell referencing. I remember that day I told us that yes, we're using it for multiplication table to show you how it moves, but that there will come a time where you appreciate it more. So you can see how easy mixed cell referencing, just knowing what to lock and the kind of movement you want Excel to do, you can see how it has made this whole process easy, such that I just need to do for one and drag down this way, and it does everything for me all at the same time. Okay. So I want to believe it's very clear. Okay, somebody said I should go over it again. Okay, I'm going to do that. I'll go over it one more time. So this is us using mixed cell reference in trying to do what we did. That's populating these sheets for female. And of course, we know what we are looking for. What we are looking for is the total number of customers that are females that bought a particular product from a particular country. That is what we are looking for. And in looking for that, I said, what we need to do so in doing this, I said what we need to do is, so it's just your basic formula, just like all of us did. I believe everyone did this. So your countifs, you bring it. Then your criteria range, just like we did, you can, for the criteria, you can always start from anywhere. So there's no rule that, oh, you have to start from gender, or you have to start from country, or you have to, so there's no rule like that. So let's take note. In short, let me even do something different this time. So let's come here. Let me start from country. So country, and then for the country, I come here and I select the country. You can see. So comma. So the next criteria range, let's go with products, comma, and what am I looking for here? So I said because I want that movement to work for me. So rather than enter product one as a value, I will just come here and select product one. That's because I want to make use of this address to lock everything here. That's why I'm selecting it from here. So now I've selected my product one, comma, and then the last one is the gender. Okay, gender, comma. So what am I picking here? I want to go with female. So I can pick female from anywhere. Let's say I pick female here, from here. Let's say I just pick female from here. So all I just need to do is, I'm done with my formula. I'll close my bracket. So this formula is still very much correct. But because I picked that female from here, of course, you know, what that would mean is I didn't type in the value. So what that would mean is Excel is going to move relatively. So I don't want that. Rather, what I want is, I just want to come here and lock that down. Now I'm not locking a column or a row, I'm locking the cell where I picked female from, so that that place is locked down. So that that place is locked down totally. Okay, so after I've done that, I said for every place we picked our criteria range from, we have to make sure it is locked. So now you can see we are locking the whole column. So we've locked column E. Let's lock column H, and let's also lock column C. That's the columns from which we picked everything we did. Then the next thing is we want to lock this column A in this sheet so that the country, everything here remains constant. So we go to where we have that address, which is A2, and here what we are going to lock here is A, just only A, because we want only the column locked. Then also, we want this, where we have product one, we want everything in this row also to be locked so that I can move from one to the other as the formula is going. So what do? We come here where we selected our product one from, which is B1. So we have no business with row, column B. Our business is just with row one, everything in this row. So we come here and we lock row one. So we lock one, as you can see. So that is that. Now, if we hit enter, you can see this is 6. And if we run this down, you can see the formula is still correct. And if we run this down to this way, you can still see that the formula is still very much correct. And it has even done the summing already for us. You can see it is still very correct. So either ways, in as much as you know what you're locking, the only issue here is you not knowing what you're locking, because now mixer referencing can be a bit trickish when you are not sure what you should lock and what you should leave open. So that is where you need to know what you're locking. It is very, very important that you know what you're locking. Very, Very important, please. Okay, so please, are we all clear here? Can we move on? Or anybody is still confused? So before we move on, let me be sure we are all good. Okay, I've gotten one move on. So I would like to get more so that I know we can actually move on. Okay, okay. All these people that are always disturbing me with pivot table. We'll get there. We'll reach pivot table. People should calm down. You're just oppressing other people because maybe you've used pivot table. There's no shortcut for locking, just F4. If your keyboard is designed like my own, my F4, just clicking around where I want locked and pressing F4, it will lock for me automatically. So that's the shortcut, but it's not a formula. Just put your cursor where you want lock and then press F4. That's if your keyboard is like mine. Okay, okay. So right about now, we'll be doing a little exercise for me. So that exercise is what I talked about yesterday. So we'll come back and we'll move on. So what I talked about yesterday, where I said I'd like everybody to drop a review for digital world. Yeah, remember I said that yesterday. So right about now, I want to drop the link. Okay, so I want to drop the link so that everybody can engage that. I want us to do that right here in class because most of us will not have time after now to do this. So that is really why I want us to just do it now. I'm very sorry if I'm cutting into our time. Um, Believe me, that is not my intention. Already, this class, just like I told us, today I'm just managing to be here. Okay, so I've dropped it in the group. So please, can we all just go to the group? Let's just use the next 3 to 5 minutes. Go to the group, click on the link. It will take you to this Google page. Just give a 5-star rating and then drop a good review. So please, I'm going to go to that page and look at the reviews, please. Let's all remember everything I said. Please don't click on the stars one after the other. Just click on the last one, which is the 5th star, so that it will just give a 5-star. If you click one after the other, the moment you click one, it records that and just takes you to where you can put comments. So please just click on the 5th one at once, please. Let's do that. Let's do that, and so that we can come back and continue. So the moment you do that on the group, just putting done. I really want to see those that took out time to do this. Please just do that and then come back to the group and just put done. Yeah, please, the done should be in the WhatsApp group, not on the chat listing here. The link is in the WhatsApp group. WhatsApp group. We are all on the WhatsApp group now. The link is on the WhatsApp group, please, not here. The link is on the WhatsApp group. So the moment you've done it, please 5-star and a fine review. Remember I said keywords, best computer institute or best computer school or whatever. Please, it's very important for us. Okay, just drop that beautiful review. Yes, I've seen some people are already engaging. Thank you very much, Melitus. Thank you very much, Martins. Thank you very much, Adiola. Thank you very much, Amani. Thank you, Rashid. Thank you, D. Yeah, please, let's just engage this, please. Yeah, I say just the when you click on the link, it will take you to the Google My Business page. So just drop a 5-star rating and then drop a review. So 5-star and a review. So 5-star and a review is just what. Okay. Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of done. Alfred, thank you. Elizabeth, thank you. Catherine, thank you. Josh Kingsley, thank you. The Cornell, thank you. Mr. Jeb, thank you. Noble Help, thank you. Please, let's keep it coming. Let's keep it coming. Thank you. Okay, thank you. Linux, thank you. Kesmon, thank you. Dangata, thank you. Wayne, thank you. Onegbu, Jonathan, thank you. Makinwa, thank you. Dada Didi, thank you. Obadose, thank you. Dr. Bosede, thank you. A lot of, I can't even keep mentioning names. Thank you very much. Those that are not in class now, they will soon be seeing done, and they will be confused. That what's going on here. Like everybody just putting done. Wow. I've not even finished. Somebody's already asking, please, what's this for? Okay. Thank you so much. I really appreciate. So, okay. So, while we are doing this, uh, this person who is saying he or she has experienced a mishap, kindly let me into class. Nobody is blocking you now. Just use the link and join the class. Okay, so I think a few persons are raising a concern here that maybe we should just end here for today. So actually, I had wanted us to start VLOOKUP today. But honestly, I think this concern is also valid because even me myself, I don't really think I'm feeling it that much. That's just the truth be told, because I'm truly really exhausted. I'm just trying here. And so if we all share this same if we all share the same sentiment, then I think it will do us a whole lot of good so that next week we can just start afresh from VLOOKUP. So, or in short, not just VLOOKUP, the lookup values, the lookup values. Okay. So, okay. So I think we'll just stop here. Yeah, okay. Somebody said we can have a makeup class tomorrow evening. So sorry about that. Makeup class uh, is usually not possible because if I have to do a makeup class, it has to be only during the day, that's in the afternoon, and it has to be on a day where I'm free. And most people are not free in the afternoon. So you can already see somebody saying Sundays are not convenient. The reason why we can't do makeup class in the evening is because, yes, we have so many classes running, but every class has an allocated slot for the Zoom we use. So I cannot find a slot, a Zoom for us to use for that class, even if I were to say, okay, let's do it. So that will not work. So let's just leave it. We'll continue next week. The good thing there is you have your syllabus, and this course or this program will not end without everything on that syllabus being treated. So every single thing there will be treated very well in class before. So even if that takes us overboard the duration, we'll still make sure that is done. Okay, at this point, I want to say a very big thank you to everyone who has taken out time to go to the Google page and drop a review. Please, thank you very much. Yes, I would drop the small thing we're able to do. I'll drop it also.